Hey everybody, it's Trudy Healy here on Beacons of Angel Light. I'm doing your weekly combined with your Venus retrograde special. I tried doing it this morning and let's just say technology was not cooperating slash my kitten was being a nuisance. Lulu, she is currently in timeout. So, speaking of timeout, if you find yourself spying on me because you are no longer on speaking terms with me, either because I have chosen to part ways with you or vice versa, whatever the situation may be, know that I always have love in my heart for you. Love doesn't cease, it evolves. At this point, it is toxic for us to communicate. So, you're more than welcome to continue being a beacon of angel light. I do believe that it's so. We are soulmates, and I love you, and I thank you, and I'm sorry. Please forgive me, but I love you. So, with that said, also, we have retrograde happening in Venus, no less. And Venus, lady of, I'm holding Palo Santo here just to aid me in delivering the message accordingly, right? And articulating the way that I want, or not the way that I want, but the way that the cosmos needed to be relayed, right? So Venus, the goddess of love, is like she is currently in the sign of Scorpio, which for me, when compared to the tarot card, they would be the sign of death, the card of death. Okay, death and rebirth, a painful evolution, if you will. They are very okay with mortality, this particular sign, very morbid. And so my take on this is like, goddess Venus is taking a stroll through the valley of the shadow of death, in essence. And, oh yeah, there's still an amber here. So she's just walking around, not really enjoying the energy. Scorpio's a water sign. They're very deep into the emotions. They're very deep into the death situation, you see. So what's the shadow side of love? Possession, manipulation, injustice, a whole bunch of different shadow sides here that are going to be surging and surfacing. So the retrograde begins October 5th. Very quickly she moves into Libra, luckily, right? She moves into Libra October 8th, right? But Libra, when she moves into Libra, Libra's ruled by Venus. Keep in mind, it's still in retrograde. We also have that full moon in Libra on the 8th or the 9th, depending where you are. And so this full moon also in Libra, sorry, it's not a full moon, it's a new moon. It's for the new moon, the entire lunar cycle in Libra. Following that, we have a full moon in Taurus, which is also ruled by Venus. We have just so many different things going on, Venus-oriented. I'll dive into it later, but at this point here in time with the Venus retrograde, which you've been feeling for the last month, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the shadow period began September 5th. Hey love, I'm so happy that you're on. So the shadow period of Venus retrograde began September 5th, and it's going to be formal starting October 5th. And then it's going to last for 40 days and 40 nights, which reminds me of a movie or two. And also in biblical terms, you know, who was it? Noah and his ark? 40 days, 40 nights it rained or something. And the promise of the rainbow. So look out for rainbows. Keep your cool. Yeah. 40 days and 40 nights, whatever that reminds you of, because even in the movies they were talking about abstinence, so if you're in a tempting situation, abstain is my recommendation. This is still burning. I'm burning some Palo Santo here. Lord knows we need it. Yeah, rainbows, for real. So that's the promise, okay? And what else did I want to mention? Let me refer to my notes here, because this Venus retrograde is pretty intense. So the 40 days and 40 nights, la la la. I marked it for myself. So it's a painful evolution and transformation, bringing forth a rebirth, right? It's exactly 40 days and 40 nights, being a sacred number. The number, of course, being 4, which is an angel number. Now, the time could feel like you're battling for no gain. That's what it's going to feel like for a lot of us. Venus in retrograde in Scorpio, I already said that. So then, when Venus is in retrograde in Scorpio, it only lasts for a short period. Luckily, it moves into Libra on the 8th. It's going to be 24 degrees of Libra. And the ultimate goal of the Venus retrograde is to test the relationships that are going to outlast. To find reason within passion. To you know how you keep making a decision, hoping and awaiting a different result, to finally find the reason within that. Because it's not crazy, even though they call it the definition of insanity. There's a reason. Finding that objectivity, okay? Also, it, like I was saying about the 40 days, 40 nights, it is a very sexually frustrated energy. I have a Venus retrograde continued tab somewhere. Oh my gosh, so I've been journaling a lot, and that's why I lost here in this journal, because I've even journaled, like, I've been having crazy dreams. I never have dreams. Crazy dreams. So, like, I've been writing that down. And the significance in them is just, I mean, mind-blowing. What else did I want to say? There was a trine there. With whom? Oh my gosh, I'm so lost. So we're going through the yang energy, which is action, by the way. When the sun goes into Libra, the relationships are going to meet balance. There's going to be compromise, because Libra is all about justice. Libra is all about finding balance everywhere. So be it at work, be it in personal life, be it in romantic relationships, be it with your children, be it with even freaking strangers. You know, it's so hard to keep my mouth shut sometimes, because I will step in when others, and I should just keep my mouth shut. Yeah, so this is the Venus retrograde. Yep. I said all of this. Where is my extended part of retrograde notes? Sorry, bear with me. Yeah, that's why I decided to go live. I love you so much, Leanne. I miss you too. Thank you so much for being here with me. I just decided to do it live. I don't know why I was guided to. Okay. So let's talk about this, because gosh, where is it? The new moon in Libra, I have notes on this too. It begins with a square with Mars and Uranus. And that square with Mars and Uranus has been something ongoing. It's actually really beneficial. But this is going to be the last time that we get it. Mars and Uranus. Even with Mars in retrograde and all of that, they've been doing this like little square dance, okay? Hi, Chris! So nice to see you. Oh my gosh, Chris, you're on from I don't know where. What time is it for you? Where are you in from? I forgot what country you're in from. That's great. So with this square, it's extreme weather events. It may not take place in your location, but in your location, it could be public events that are extreme. It's a whole lot of extra energy, okay, when the square happens. Awesome. Then we have Uranus and Neptune are the only two planets that are in retrograde right now before this Venetian retrograde beginning the 5th. Now, Venus and Mars, which by the way is squaring in Aquarius. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was looking for. Venus is squaring Mars, and this is like, you know how Aquarius is very independent, pioneer. They don't want to give up their freedom. So this is an energy of liberation and freedom, but because Mars is involved, Mars is very like warlike energy. It's still got an amber. I'm waiting for it to go out. It's a very warlike energy, Mars. So not only is it that they want their freedom, they are demanding it in a warlike energy. They will fight for it. And Pluto is Pluto is supporting Scorpio. Scorpio is currently with Venus. She's in shadow though, in Scorpio. So this is a time where exes may be reaching out. Also, Mars being in Aquarius. Aquarius is a cardinal. I'm sorry. They are... Yeah, they are the cardinal energy. Pioneers. Oh, no, they're not. I lie. Although they are pioneers. They are the... It's not mutable. I want to say constant. I forgot the term here. I'm sorry. I'm having a fucking sneeze. Blech, I can't speak. Alright, so Uranus is going to continue transiting and backing up into Aries. So this is like a collective destiny to do, the cosmic downloads that we're receiving. Everybody is doing conscious level quantum leaps in terms of consciousness. It's extreme innovative energy. The other night, when it was the full moon in Aries, the night before my birthday, I would have ordinarily thought that I was having a fucking heart attack in the middle of the night, but I wasn't. It was just... it started off like, I don't know, my heart was really hard and tingling on my hands and feet, and then the tingling started getting more and more centered towards my torso, still tingling on my hands and feet but getting more concentrated, and as that happened, the hardness of my heart began to soften and also tingle, and I realized that this was something cosmic and fifth dimension and not a heart attack, and so I relaxed because it was just out of the dead of my sleep. It was the craziest thing of my life. So I've been also very extra thirsty. I don't know what symptoms you guys are having. I've been having dreams, which I normally don't have, and I've been writing them. So that's nice. Anyway, so yeah, I definitely wanted to mention all of that. Let's see if I find anything else on this. Venus retrograde! More notes. I found it. Okay, and I wrote it in red. Okay. General do's and don'ts. So, Venus, right? So that you better understand her. She rules love, obviously, but everything that you value. So, right now is a time where you're going to perhaps have money to spend. And I'm not showing you the brand of my drink because they don't sponsor this episode right here of Beacons of Angel Light. The angels do, so it's mineral water. Anyway, so post in the comments, what are you guys drinking? So, if you have money in the bank and you might be tempted to go and buy something like a big purchase, now is one of those times where you're going to end up spending the money and you're going to turn around and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? So later on you'll be thinking, oh, I could have spent the money on this or that. Don't make big investments. Don't make any big decisions like signing new contracts, jumping into a new relationship, leaving a company. Just not a good time. Avoid big decisions about beauty or money. Like, don't go and change your hair color right now. Don't go and get a drastic haircut. You're going to regret the decision. That sort of deal. It could be all sorts of things. It could be buying furniture right now, and then you're like, oh my gosh, it just totally does not go. It's really uncomfortable. I don't know. If you are in a coupled relationship, this is actually the ideal time to start couples therapy because Venus is in retrograde and all of these issues are going to surface. So if they surface under the moderation of a professional who's trained for you guys not to want to knock each other's teeth out, then go and have at it in front of a therapist who's trained and capable of handling your asses and getting you back to union and harmonizing. Let's see what else. So anticipate the exes returning if you're single, the return of the ex, return of the Jedi. Because it's a good time to reevaluate your past decisions. However, not a good time to make decisions. So, also, there may be some of you getting married. Not a good time to buy the engagement ring. Not a good time to buy the wedding gown. Not a good time to set the date. Not a good time to make those big decisions in respect with something as big as your wedding. If you already have the wedding set for during the Venus retrograde, holy shit. What I recommend that you do in that event is, go forward with the ceremony and, secretly, I don't know, have it taken care of in court beforehand or afterwards. If you really feel like you want to do it during a Venus retrograde, it just kind of sets a tone. Also not a good time to launch a new business, buy a new house, buy new furniture, buy a new car. I guess electronic purchases are better than buying things that are aesthetic. Alright, so on to the reading for the week because that took forever for me to get through. Excuse me. I'm using my main deck here that I've had forever, regular tarot cards. And then to clarify them, I'm going to use Mother Peace Round Tarot, which I like to call the sex deck. And if we need further clarification, we will use the chakra reading cards by Rachel Sharman. So, somebody was making fun of me earlier because with this deck, I don't do my regular psh, psh, psh. He's like, that's your signature move. No, calm down. This one's a little different. It's tarot, and I've had it for freaking almost 20 years. 20 years. Oh my God, 20 years. I feel so old. So here we go. Angels, higher self, God, source, creator. Give us the message for the week beginning October 1st, 2018. Libra season. Give us some of that Libra loving for everybody. What do we have? What do we have with the sun in Libra and the moon's gonna be in Libra? What? All this goodness. Okay, so let's do... We're going to do 3 energies for the present. This is what I did this morning. Okay. And we're going to do 3 energies for the... I'm sorry, that was 3 energies for the past. Now we're going to do 3 energies for the present. So that's 3 energies for the past. So in the past, by the way... Well, I'm shuffling these. In the past, we have Judgment. We have the Page of Cups, and we have the Hermit. So this tells me that someone who's very emotionally vulnerable withdrew because they felt like they were being judged unfairly. But now they know something. After all that introspection, they've learned. Now, in the present, I got 3 more energies. In the present, we have the Empress, the High Priestess, and the Lovers. Ooh la la, the Lovers. And this isn't even the romance reading. You guys, this is a lot of major arcanas. Look, we got Judgment, the Hermit, the Empress, the High Priestess, the Lovers. We only have 1 minor arcana, and I've pulled 6 freaking cards. Are you seeing me shuffling? I'm not doing a shit job, okay? So, here is for the most likely outcome. And they're asking me to take 3 cards from the bottom and set these aside. In case we need them. Alright, so I'm going to put the deck back over here, put this crystal there. Alright, so in the present time, we have the Empress. Somebody may be pregnant. Please let me know if you're pregnant. Or maybe becoming pregnant. The High Priestess. Sorry, the Empress also indicates abundance. Lavish abundance. Abundance of not just money, everything. Lots of love. Things are growing. Things are fruitful. Your home is full of love. Okay? Then we have the High Priestess. And there's a secret being revealed. Either someone's going to fuss up or it's going to land in your lap. We also have the Lovers. Now, with this particular reading, I do feel like the Lovers is celestial. This is a divine union. If you see, Cupid is flying above these 2, and they're both naked before each other. They have nothing to hide from one another. They're looking at each other naked, and they're like, here I am, baby. Take me. This is it. And Cupid's like, yep, I did that. So, hold on. It doesn't stop there. We have the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so Knights are always talking about offers and opportunities, but Pentacles... Let me just reconfirm this. Pentacles is talking about... Yeah, Pentacles is a very slow-moving energy. Pentacles is years. Pentacles is like Mars. It takes forever. Okay? Very slow-moving energy, but he's slow-moving towards the 2 of Cups. which is love. But the 2 is also choices. The 2 is very Libra. Should I? Yes? No? What do I do? Yeah, so this could be a union after a troubled time. Definitely. Could be the balancing. That's why it's 2. It could be cooperation and communication and harmony being restored. It could be all of this. It could be divine union. Definitely. The 2 snakes are intertwined. And there's 2 cups and they're facing upward. So that's what I really feel from this card. The cups are full. And then, but like I was saying, this is a very slow moving knight. But this is what the knight is moving towards. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. All right, so this is, you planted some seeds and you're like, what the fuck? How come you're not growing? You're waiting for it. And hello, did you know that sometimes things need to be grounded? They need to grow roots beneath the ground before they can sprout out and be something. So each one of these little pentacles here represents an intention, time spent, something that you value, that you've put a lot of time, thought, energy into, and it is going to bear fruit. You just have to be patient. So let's get some clarity with the sex deck. So these are tarot cards, guys. That's why I don't them. Yeah, this deck is pretty odd to shuffle. Can I get some legs up in here? You guys are getting a full-blown reading. Sorry it took so long about the Venus retrograde, but it's all stuff that needed to be said. So thank you for hanging tight for the whole thing. One more. Okay. So what do we want clarity on here? So in the past, I'm seeing the Judgment, the Hermit, and the Page of Cups. I was saying the Page of Cups is somebody very introverted, somebody very emotionally vulnerable, who feels like they've been judged unfairly. The Judgment is being turned in your favor. Let's clarify this. We have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is joyous times. Everybody's enjoying themselves. I don't know if the glare is getting it or what, how to show this to you guys better, but everybody's outside dancing, enjoying a bright sunny day, just having fun. So that's what we have to clarify the Judgment. Let's clarify here the Empress. Is somebody pregnant? What's going on here with the Empress? All that lavish abundance, let's clarify that. And the High Priestess with the Empress and the Lovers, what's the secret? Let's get some clarity here. We got Empress, High Priestess, and the Lovers, all 3 major arcanas in the present time. What the F? Okay, we got the 8 of Discs. I still don't understand. Can we get some more clarity, please? Can we get some more clarity? It's the 8 of Discs. By the way, guys, this has to do with group activity and skilled work. Everybody's working really hard. Okay, it's this card. The Son of Discs. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a better picture now. Can I get one more card, please? I get one more card, please? One more card to clarify the present situation with the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Empress. The Emperor, there we have it. Oh, we have two more cards. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah, this totally explains it. Give me a second so that I can break this down. All right. So we have the Empress, right? The Empress is talking about the lavish abundance. Here we have the Eight of Discs. This is skilled work. The Empress doesn't do the work. There's others doing the work. There's abundance, however. There's group activities, skilled work, all right? Something only she can do, however, she is personifying the Empress and not lifting a finger, okay? Now, within that, there's also the Three of Swords energy. So this is like a breakup, okay? This is a third-party situation. It could be romantic or otherwise. And this is everybody, each for himself. They're all ready to stab each other. All three of them. So if you are involved, and that might not resonate with everyone, but it's like there's a third energy interfering, and it doesn't have to be romance-wise. It could be like somebody's a workaholic. All right. So then, to combat and overcome these two, we have the Ace of Swords. And I like to compare this to the sword that Archangel Michael has, because it's a sword of light. It's just got this like divine technology that it cuts through everything. It's like more than laser. It's, I don't know, it's beyond ultraviolet technology. We're not familiar with it here on planet Earth. I won't even try to scientifically describe it to you. It's really, really powerful, okay? And you're coming in with that Ace of Swords, just cutting through every single battle in life like nothing, okay? So these things are not an issue. And instead, because you have that Ace of Swords, you also have the Deliverance. This is very Aries energy. We're still, until that new moon in Libra, we're still in that Aries cycle. And this is a target. He is aiming, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but he's aiming his bow and arrow towards a target, and believe me, he's gonna make it. Okay, so very deliberate and intended energy that we have going on presently. And speaking of more arrows, there is Cupid with his bow and arrow, and he's got his sights set on her. Rao. Oh, I just gotta fuck around. Sorry, guys. Alright, so then in the suggested outcome, yeah, this is the way that it was. In the suggested outcome, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slow-moving knight. The Two of Cups, romance. And the Seven of Pentacles, all those seeds you planted that you're like, what the F? Nothing's happening. So let's get some clarity here for the likely outcome for the week. You know, guys, and while I'm shuffling, I do want to take a moment to tell you that I do my weekly readings for all of the subscribers. I really appreciate every single one of you guys who've subscribed, all of my clients, all of the ongoing viewers, if you've yet to subscribe, I do invite you to do so. Please be generous, like and comment. It's free to do so, even if you do an emoji. Show support, and that way YouTube will know that my content's relevant. I really do appreciate it. But from the depths of my infinite soul, I love all of my subscribers so much. And my independent clients, I love you guys also very much. So one more shuffle here. And apart. And we have the Chariot. Although he is the Knight and he's very slow moving, he is also the Chariot. He is going to come after what is his. And it is written in the stars, and the stars are above his head. It is so. He's coming in strong and deliberate. He might be coming in slow. Although, I don't know how slow the Charioteer is. That's a major arcana. Let's clarify that Two of Cups, please. For this week of October 1st, 2018. During this Venus retrograde, how is it that we're getting a Two of Cups with all this breakup energy? Please clarify. Please clarify. You know, this Two of Cups, it's headed your way if, because it's a suggested outcome, right? You need to get centered. You're not balanced, or the other person is not balanced. You need to meditate. Here she is, sitting deep in meditation. Those are 4 swords, very equally laying out on the floor. She is getting her ass grounded. She's got her chakras all lined up, and she's, ready to receive from the 5th dimension into her consciousness. She's thinking absolutely nothing. She's keeping a blank slate, just ready to receive. So you need to go to that place of Zen and Om and receive and shut the mind up so that you can finally receive your union. Let's clarify the 7 of Pentacles, please, for this October. Was that it? The 10 of Swords. Okay. So because things are so slow moving with this Knight of Pentacles and also this slow growth, but there's love there. I mean, you feel the love. When you meditate, you feel the love in 5th dimension or something. There's love. I don't know how you know, but you know. And you're very desperate with this energy, very slow moving Knight of Pentacles and those 7 pentacles that are like taking forever to grow. And you're just ready to jump overboard. Everybody's jumping overboard. Look at this shit. It's the 10 of Swords. Ain't nobody sleeping at night. They're super freaking out. They're like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's how you're feeling. Super stressed out, but calm down. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out from seeing that. Let's hear from these cards. Okay, so these are just side cards. This is the 7 of Cups. I just want to double check here really quick. So the 7 of Cups, this is talking about your decision. I was talking about a decision with the 2 of Cups here. I was telling you there's a choice to be made. The High Priestess is also number 2. And the secret that's being revealed to you may weigh your options. The High Priestess is Roman numeral 2. So the secret that's revealed to you may change the way that you view the situation, or it may change your decision. The 7 of Cups is needing to make a decision, and needing to make a decision wisely, carefully because you don't know what's going on. So that again is supporting the High Priestess. Doorways of opportunity are going to open to you, but you have to know which one to walk through intuitively. Then we have the Two of Pentacles. Again, choices. Choices, guys. This week is about making the right choice, choosing to use your intuition and rely on it. You're being tested. So some of you are going to do phenomenally. You're going to trust your intuition, and some of you guys are going to second guess it. I want to hear about it in the comments. Who's trusting their intuition? Who's trusting their spidey senses? Then we have the Seven of Wands. So that's funny, we got 2 sevens. I'm sorry, the Nine of Wands. So this is your resilience. This is you being really self-confident during times of stress. Yeah, exactly. You got to follow your intuition. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people have that intuition and they don't listen to it. And it's like a muscle. The more you listen to it, the more you depend on it, the better and more accurate it becomes. So this card here is talking about your resilience. It's talking about you being like a cat. You always land on your feet. You're always going to have exactly what it takes to overcome a situation. You may not have everything that you want, but you'll have everything that you need. Always. Always. Now let's take out a chakra card just for shits and giggles because I feel like it, because it's my birthday. Well, not today, but it's my birthday month. And speaking of which, I still have my birthday special going until Dia de los Muertos, which is November 2nd. And I am a Latina, so I do celebrate Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. The sugar skulls aren't just because they're fucking cool, it's because they're fucking cool. So we got 2 cards. No, I'm sorry. They told me I didn't. There we go. Okay. Dia de los Muertos, my birthday, all that. There it is. So during this time, especially for the new moon, it's a time to start planting those seeds and visualize. Visualize with your third eye. That's it right there. That's your third eye. That's my third eye. That's the collective third eye. This is what I was talking about when I was saying about the Venetian retrograde and the square that it's forming with Mars. This leads to cosmic downloads. Pardon me. So, I wish you could see the colors on this card. They're just spectacular. I just ended up recording tonight at night, sorry. Anyway, so visualize what you want. Make visual boards. Make like a background to your cell phone of what it is that you want for yourself. So that you can be reminded in that. That way you can not only visualize it, but you can start acting in that direction and creating from that vision. Does that make sense? Should make sense. All right. So guys, this is your weekly reading. Sorry it took so long. Sorry I didn't upload it this morning. I just, and now I'm going to move on to the romance readings, but I'm going to take a little break while this uploads. Thank you so much for sticking around with me, you guys. I love you so much. I love you so, 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 so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm sending you tons of energetic hugs like a Care Bear through the cosmos in 5D. And so I love you. Love yourselves and love everyone around you. Mwah.